Hi there, this is Gary Ryan Blair, and you're in for a real treat, as you're about to learn how to give yourself an important gift. The gift of done. Now let's start with a few questions. What if every time you put your mind to something, you actually got it done? What if you took things step by step, not focusing on anything but what was right in front of you, and doing it until completion? I'm talking no false starts, no stopping midway through, no losing your way, and certainly no veering off track. You just finish what you started, no questions asked. Well, today I'll show you how to give yourself that gift of done. Have you ever wondered how successful people get more accomplished? When they say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to run a marathon, I'm going to write a book, lose weight, anything, that you know they'll actually get it done. But when you set the same goals, you're not so sure. Maybe you'll do it, maybe you won't. Each time you try, it's a drama-fueled emotional roller coaster of emotions. You start gung-ho, then you hit a roadblock or temptation. You lose motivation, your self-confidence takes another hit, and then, as if on autopilot, you go to work berating yourself for not finishing what you started. This self-defeating process repeats itself over and over and over again, and only succeeds in undermining your self-esteem, in creating fear and planting seeds of doubt, thus making it harder and harder to get back in the saddle. It's disheartening and soul-crushing, and worst of all, you're not doing the things you really want to accomplish, and you're wasting a lot of time, talent, and potential. So let's talk about the truth. So you're more than capable of finishing everything you start, of achieving every goal you set, and turning your dreams into reality. But if you really want to change your life and to accomplish the goals that you set for yourself, you need to purge a few things to include false assumptions and faulty strategies, self-limiting beliefs that undermine your progress, and the comfort zone that holds you back from unleashing your greatness. And you need to replace them with a better strategy for getting things done. I'm talking about a proven system that helps you to stick to and to finish everything you start, for the simple reason that you're only as good as your system allows. See, in the chaos of life and business, a proven system provides a way. I'm talking a way to turn a complex project or a challenging goal into something simple. And not that simple is easy, but it certainly is easier. So let me explain. Let's say you've got yourself an ambitious goal or some kind of a beast of a project. Here's what you don't do. Don't focus on the big outcome. All that's going to happen is it's going to overwhelm and it's going to intimidate you. Instead, I suggest you do this. Divide the ultimate outcome into smaller pieces and conquer each step one at a time. Simply do what you need to do right now with excellence and bring this one task to a finish. And then, move on to the next task or step. And follow the finish what you start process and let the big prize take care of itself. See, the road to being a successful entrepreneur, surgeon, mechanic, salesperson, teacher, or coach is just that. It's a road. And you travel along a road in steps, or what some might even call mile markers. Victory is achieved in a matter of steps, just 1 mile marker at a time. You excel at this present one, and then that one, and then the one after that. So whatever you're called on to do, embrace the task at hand. Take it one step at a time, and do not get distracted by anything else. Act with excellence, and stop only when you bring the task to a finish. Then, you repeat it. And since you're only as good as your system allows, the best execution system that you could implement always places a premium on the discipline of finishing. And I'm talking about finishing homework, finishing workouts, finishing phone calls, finishing sales calls, finishing cleaning, finishing meetings, finishing writing, finishing conversations, finishing negotiations. I'm talking about finishing the smallest task that you have in front of you and finishing it extremely well. Whether it's pursuing a big challenging goal or simply surviving some tragic trying ordeal, the same exact approach works, and it works every time. Don't think about the end. Just think about finishing small steps, mile markers. Just focus on getting things done right from meeting to meeting, project to project, task to task, step to step, every single day. And when you dial it in and get really good at it, even the most challenging activity becomes manageable and non-intimidating. And that's what the finish what you start process is all about. Under its influence, we need not panic. Even mammoth tasks become just a series of small component parts, which all need to be brought to a finish. See, the finish what you start process applies to all goals, all projects, all problems, and all opportunities. Doesn't matter the size. I just want you to trust the process as I've laid it out for you. Stick to the task at hand, focusing on what's immediately in front of you. No strain, no squirming, no struggling. Just be patient and stay relaxed. Just engage in one simple movement after another. Finish every small task you start, and you'll soon capture the prize that you desire. That is the power of process, and that is why I stated earlier, you're only as good as your system allows. When it comes to our actions, disorder and distraction are the kiss of death. The unordered and the undisciplined mind loses track of what's in front of it, what matters, and it easily gets distracted, overwhelmed, and intimidated by challenging goals and complex projects. The finish what you start process provides order and certainty in times of disorder and uncertainty. It keeps your perceptions in check, your actions in sync, and your confidence level high. If it seems obvious, take things one step at a time, bring each task to a successful finish, but we forget this when it all matters most. We far too often shy away from ambitious goals or projects, like learning a new language, writing a book, or starting a business, even though it's our dream because it's so much work. We allow ourselves to get overwhelmed and we can't imagine how we get from here to there and to the next step. How often do we compromise, settle for less, or even throw in the towel because we feel that the real solution is just too big or outside of our capabilities? How often do we assume that change is impossible because it seems too ambitious, or that it involves too many different groups with conflicting agendas and far too many personalities? Or worse, how many people are paralyzed by their ideas and aspirations? They chase them, and like a hamster in a wheel, they go nowhere and only succeed in distracting themselves and never making any real progress. Well, the good news, and it is extremely good news, is that all these issues quickly collapse beneath the power of the finish what you start process. Now, I'll wrap this up with a life-changing proposition. I want you to dare mighty things, to set your sights on a big, challenging goal, to visualize the outcome, to feel it, taste it, smell it, to fall in love with it, and then to release it. It's no longer if, but when it will be achieved. Divide that big goal into bite-sized morsels and conquer each step. Focus only on the task at hand, that one that says, "Come and get me." Then you execute with certainty and conviction by finishing every single thing that you start, and you follow its thread right to the next action. By doing so, you give yourself the gift that keeps on giving, and that is the gift of done.